Alright, we got here a 2023 Toyota Camry from the auction. Customer complaint is the blower motor doesn't work. So he said that you check power and ground. I don't know if he had or not, but they changed the blower motor, which has the resistor built into it, and it still doesn't work. He said he checked the fuses, it was good. Now let's just do a full scan, and let me just show you the chrome. So it should be on now. Auto. Well, down low. Let's see. AC, fan. Okay, so the fan's on high right now, and I got nothing. No fan at all. So this is the old one. There's a 3-wire plug, so I'm assuming it has a constant power and ground, and there's usually a duty cycle wire coming from the control unit or the AC amplifier. I'm not exactly sure, and that tells it to turn on. So let's just see. Wait for this to finish. We do have a code: lost communication with HVAC control module or missing message. Now, do we have an AC control module here, or are we not communicating with it? Yeah, we got no fault in the AC. All right, let's go now into the AC module. I just want to see if there's data for the blower motor, if it's telling it to turn on or not. Yeah, it's on speed 31. If I lower it, it goes down to, okay, now it's at 1, and it goes all the way up to 31. So it's definitely, the computer thinks it's turning on. Let's see if there's an actuation test for it. Blower motor. Okay. No monitoring data. Okay, it wants us to put on to 31. And we got nothing. Okay, fine. Now let's look at the diagram for this. Diagrams, non-OE. What would it be under? Heating and AC probably. Okay, it's an automatic AC. Okay. Now I like just starting at the actual blower motor and work backwards from there. Here we go. Lower right side of the dash. Blower with fan assembly. Okay. So it has a fuse from the heater, constant power on the heater fuse, a constant ground, and it gets a pulse width modulated signal that comes from the AC amplifier assembly. Now that, I'm assuming, gets a signal from the switch. Probably. Alright, let's just see what we're missing down there, and then we'll take it from there. So I'm just going to put a 4-amp test light across the blower motor on these 2 pins. Where is it? These 2 pins right here. On the outside pins, if we have a good power and ground, then we'll chase the signal. Alright, let's get my test light. We get 2 probes. We got a good power and ground. Okay, so we don't have to check any fuses. Let's put a scope on this little wire right here. Let's see what we got. Take one of these, ground it on the door jamb. Okay, now let's see, I'm just gonna put this on the wire right here. And we have 5 volts. I'm gonna push the button, so I'm making it slower now, and it stays exactly the same. Make it faster, so it's stuck at 5 volts. Okay, good. That's telling me that we're not getting a signal. The amplifier is not turning on the blower motor. All right, so we have over here nothing on this wire, just 5 volts. So I gotta get to this AC amplifier. Center of dash, AC amplifier assembly. I gotta find this. All right, so there's 2 plugs on it. So we'll go to remove and replace, and we'll see where it is. Oh, it's on the driver's side. Cool. Usually always on the other side. Alright, never seen it here before. It's like by the steering wheel. Alright, so you did say it looked like someone was playing around down here. There's definitely... Well, I definitely see some sort of tracker over there. But that's not the AC amplifier. I'm having a hard time finding it. Because it seems like it goes by the steering wheel, but they tell you to pull out the accelerator pedal. So maybe it's behind the accelerator pedal. But it doesn't look like it's there either. I'm going to pull this top panel off and see if I can find it. Alright, I got the pedal out of the way. Now, let's see if I can find it. So, I see wires going down there. I don't know if I can get this on camera. It's right here, it's just hanging out here. And here we go. Here's the module. Okay, it's oh man, we got aftermarket wire and we got tape right here. Okay, let's see. There's a rough spot. Sometimes you kind of wonder what happens on these 2023s. Let's get this. Alright, so that's one wire. That's definitely taped. I gotta get a razor, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna light the camera and a razor down here. Alright, forget it. I'm gonna bring you back when I'm done. I can't get down here. Okay, I got this apart, and it seems that there's this wire coming in over here, which I can't tell what color it is because it's covered in tape, is switched to a yellow wire, which looks like it's just jammed in that hole. And if I would have a guess, I would assume this is the wire that controls the HVAC, the blower motor. Would have to look at a diagram to be sure, but let's pull this out. Let's see what's happening here. So there's definitely a pin in there. Either is this wired wrong, or is that pin not reaching? So it's a thicker wire up there. These wires look ripped also. These 2 wires right here. Something looks very suspicious about this connector. I'm not sure what happened. But also, is this the same color wire? Right here, there's another connector right here. Is this soldered? I can't tell. Alright, let me see. Let's find a diagram of this connector. Oh, this came right out. Okay. So, that's what happens. So they solder this to this. Okay. Now, Yeah, that was soldered together, but it wasn't pushed in all the way. Yeah, it doesn't click in, that's the problem. And then they connected it to this guy, which is a white. And I don't know what color, I can't tell. Alright, so okay, now that's plugged in better. Yeah, let's just see if it works for it now. That plugged in a little better. Just make sure this is not being pushed. And it's not. Turn the key on. Alright, still nothing. Let me look at a diagram now. This diagram only shows 2. Oh, but it's not a complete thing. So here's the third one. K55. Let's try to find the connector view. You know, let's just see which one feeds the blower motor. It is K54. So let's go down here to K54. Here we go, K54. I think this is it because it has 4 big ones on the bottom, and we're on pin 1 is the ignition, which makes sense, purple and black. Okay, that's obviously working. And then there's pin 2. Okay, that's a nice big wire. 3 and 4 is going to be the grounds, I'm assuming. And there's a solenoid and a ground. Okay. Then pin 6 is going to be the second one in. Let me just make sure it's the right one. This is going to be, okay, power. That's pin 1. Pin 2 is going to be another power, ignition. Then that is going to be solenoid control. And this is a ground. Okay, fine. Then pin 6, I think, is this one, which actually looks broken a little bit. See that? Came right out. Oh man, this thing really needs a connector. Alright, so that wire goes to AK7 and then goes to the blower motor. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call a connector on this. I don't know, sit and play around with this for an hour, but we clearly found where the problem is. Someone was here, I don't know why. I don't know if they were trying to rig something to make the actual actuator work, or I don't know. It's an auction car, there's no way to know. Yeah, let me try to stick a back probe in the back of it, see if I get it in tighter. Right, let's turn it off, turn it back on, see if it did anything. Like is the actual pin, is the actual white connector that's holding the pin in place damaged or not? I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I can find the part number on this. Yeah, there's actually a part number right here. Alright, I'm gonna just show them the problem, and I'm gonna tell them to call the dealer, see if they could get, I'll give them the part number of the connector, see if they get the terminal for it, and I don't know, I'll update you what happens. Alright, I showed the tech the issue. He said he'll order the wires from Toyota. He's done it many times. I just want to check one more thing, because it could be the module's bad also. It's very possible with all those cut wires. It could be that's what the guy was chasing initially from the auction. I don't know. So I just want to put a scope. I want to see, because there was definitely 5 volts on that. I want to know if the 5 volts is coming from the AC amplifier, then I would assume it's more a module problem. But it could be the 5 volts is being created from this module over here, this the blower motor, and it's just pulling it to ground. So all I'm going to do is this connected? What is this connected to? No, okay. Alright, I'm going to touch right here. I just want to see. Okay, so there's 5 volts on here. Now, let's unplug this. Let's see if we still have 5 volts. Yeah, so there's no 5 volts here. That means the 5 volts is coming from right here. So it's telling me that it's not the module, it's actually the connector. See, because if it was the actual module, I would have 5 volts when this is unplugged.
3 weeks later.
Well, I'm back on this Camry. They said they changed those 2 wires. It didn't fix it. So I don't know what. They didn't call me back, but they went to Toyota instead. And Toyota said it needs a whole new wiring harness because they're all pulling out. And I don't know. They call me back now after that whole thing. So I just pulled the module out. And well, you know, I don't know if Toyota's right or wrong, but they changed the wrong wires that I told them to replace. They replaced these 2 wires and with these connectors, which I don't really trust at all. And right here, this is the blower motor wire. It's just out fully. It was never replaced. It looks like the whole this whole thing opened up. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to say about this. This whole connector broke when I don't know when they tried to pin it, or right now we need pin 6, which was this wire, which the hole is huge. So someone's been prying something there. They want me to rig this. I don't even know how to rig this. This is like the whole connector split in half. It probably clicks together, but look at this. There's like 3 wires just hanging out. Here, this is the wire for the blow motor. This is another wire, a pink wire. Is that one connected? That one's connected. So just the blower motor. No, this red wire is disconnected also. So I got to figure out where those go. This was not how we left it last time. Last time there was just 2 wires that were sticking out of the piece. They were just falling out. So I said replace this wire because it was the wrong one, and the one next to it. Now, someone replaced it with these connectors. I don't know. I'm done. I can't sit in. This thing needs a harness. I'm not sitting there making myself crazy on this. But, alright. That's where we're holding on this car. I don't think I'm going to sit and try to fix this anymore. I'm going to tell them they need a harness. Or they could buy a used one. I'll cut it off and just splice in a new end connector. But besides that, I can't sit and pull this thing apart. Alright. Thanks for watching.